Hi guys, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be reading manga, anime, graphic novels, and just have a fun little chill time. I'm so excited. I just finished uploading my 2026 episode 2 anticipated reads vlog. There's a lot of words, but I just finished that. So after you watch this one, you can go watch it here. But I am so excited for this video because that video kind of took it out of me, not gonna lie. And I need to recuperate. Recuperate? I need to recoup. I need to feel better. I need to have fun. I need fun and whimsy, and I need it to be simple. My brain hurts. I'm tired. So I have 5 mangas, animes, graphic novels, comics, all the things. I have them and I'm ready to read them. I'm so excited. I have 5 books here that I've picked that I would like to read in this video. The thing to know about this video is that it goes up in 2 days. So I have 2 days to read these. No pressure. But I don't think, obviously, I didn't think in the beginning that I was going to read all 5 of these. And I don't think that I'm going to read all 5 of them now either. So we're going to pick a few, we're going to start reading them, and we're just going to have a fun time. I'm going to be starting off this video with Sheets. I really want to read this. It's super cute. Spoiler alert, I have started. I wanted to make sure this was what I wanted, and it's so cute. It's so beautiful also. Look how pretty it is. Oops, there goes my bookmark. Look how beautiful. The illustrations are so pretty and fun and vibrant. I love it. So I'm very excited for this one. We are following a girl who works in a laundromat and doesn't believe in ghosts, and a ghost who teleports into her laundromat somehow. I think this is gonna be super fun. It's gonna be super cute and cozy. This was apparently Barnes & Noble's best book of 2018. I don't know anything about that, but I'm very excited for this one. The other options that we have that we might get to, I'm not sure. We have Lightfall, which is a super cute little, this is the first book in a set. This one is about a girl and a Galdrian? I don't know. They're doing some universe stuff. They're helping out the world. That's what this one's about. It looks cutesy. The inside looks spooky and fun and adventurous. So we have that. We also have Monster. I had started Monster a long time ago. This is volume 1 and I never finished it. I made it 44 pages in, but I would love to get back into this one. It's a horror about a doctor, a brilliant surgeon named Kinko is facing uncertainty in his life. But there's no way for him to know that this decision to stop chasing professional success and instead concentrate on his oath to save people's lives will result in the birth of an abomination. The questions of good and evil now take on a terrifying real dimension. Years later in Germany, during the tumultuous post-reunification period, middle-aged childless couples are being killed one after another. The serial killer's identity is known. The reasons why he kills are not. Dr. Tinma sets out on a journey to find the killer's twin sister, who may hold some clues to solving the enigma of the monster. So fun. Sounds so fun. Then we also have PTSD Radio Volume 1. I have Volume 2, so I'm thinking I honestly might save this one and do a full manga video at some point and do PTSD Radio reading all 3 volumes. I heard they're disturbing and creepy and weird. Y'all know I'm into that. So we have this one, but like I said, I think I might hold off on this one. And then we have Suchi from Junji Ito. I have read many a Junji Ito, obviously. I love Junji Ito because this is the most iconic horror manga situation, and I love a Junji Ito. So I have the story collection. We may or may not get to this one, but I do want to read this at some point, but we'll see. So those are the 5 manga, anime, comic book, graphic novel things that I have for right now. And I'm gonna go chill out on my couch with my fam bam. I think I'm gonna make some popcorn and I'm gonna read Sheets and just have a cutesy dootsy time. I hope you're having a cutesy dootsy Monday. Today is Monday, the 18th, and yeah, I don't really have much else of an update. To be honest, like I said, I spent all stupid day working on editing the video for my 2026 episode 2 anticipated reads video. It took me forever. It took me forever to read those books, and there wasn't a whole lot of payoff, unfortunately. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched that video. But regardless, we're here, we're doing it. I'm excited for this video, and I'm hoping that we can have just like a cozy fun time. And if you're into that, then join me having a cozy fun time. Otherwise, you can get out of here. Please don't go. Stay with me. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a little while in some B-roll clips of me reading my fun little manga anime. Hello, good morning. So yesterday I was reading Sheets, as y'all saw. This is so cute. It's so cute. The illustrations are beautiful. I will say that the story is sad. The story is so sad. It's very much giving explanation of this channel, which is spooky and cozy, because it's such cozy visuals. Like the drawings, I know I showed y'all some of them, especially from like the ghost town. The ghost town is so stinking well done. Like, look at these, look at the train, like, it's just so, I love that. And then the colors, and then there's like flashbacks, and the colors change for the flashbacks for the real world as well. Let me see. Like, this is a real world page, and you can see like the colors change down here at the bottom because it's going back to like present day, and like all of this vibrancy is from past. So it's just super cute, but the story is really sad. Ultimately, we're following our main character, Marjorie. She is having to run her family's laundromat because her mom died and her dad's too depressed to help with anything. So Marjorie's going to school and leaving school to be at the laundromat. Like, before school, she'll miss her bus to help people with their laundry. And then after school's over, like, she has to run home to the laundromat to help people get their laundry and pick up their laundry. And people are just being like really rude to her and like very mean. Like, they're being very mean. And they're like, I don't understand. Like, she's a child. And from like the sounds of it, it seems like she's a middle schooler potentially. It doesn't say, yeah, she's 13 years old. It's weird. She's at a charter school, but it doesn't say like what exact grade she's in. But 13, I'm almost 100% certain is middle school. So we have a middle schooler running a laundromat because her mom, who used to run it and own the business, died. And her dad's upstairs in their home being super depressed to the point that he's not taking care of her or her brother or the business. And it's all just like on her to take care of everything. She's basically stepped in and become the mom of the family, which is terrible. I'm so sorry, but like, I get there's grief in losing a loved one, and I get the grief of losing a spouse, and like I can understand and I can empathize, right? Like, but to just like fully abandon your kids, that's difficult, especially knowing like the passion your wife had for the family and the passion your wife had for your home and the passion your wife had for the business. Like, your wife loved all of these things so heavily, and you're just like abandoned all of that. And it's just kind of wild to me. But we're following Marjorie running this laundromat while there's a neighbor in the town. I can't remember his name. Mr. Sabertuck. This gentleman here is trying to basically take over their laundromat so that he can turn it into a spa and yoga facility. But like, he's also talking about like, I'm not going to pay you for it. You're just going to give it to me, and I'm going to let you live here and work here. And like, that's the payment you'll get for giving me your home. And she's like, absolutely not. Like, go away. And he's like, you're going to have to give it to me eventually. And she's like, no, like, how much are you willing to pay for it? And he's like, I'm not paying for it. I'm going to let you live here so that you have a home, but that's it. And so like, she's like, dude, no, like, this is my home. This is my mom's home. Like, no. And she tells her dad, like, at some point in the story, and her dad's basically just like, what else are we going to do, Marjorie? We're not making any money. We can't live here forever. Like, you might as well give it to him. No. No. And she has a ghost friend named Wendell, who came from the ghost world and is basically running amok in her laundromat, causing problems. And she doesn't realize that the problems he's causing aren't solely by himself, that the Mr. Stubner, or whatever the heck his name was, that he's also causing problems in the laundromat. And unfortunately, Wendell being there is making it worse. And she doesn't know that. But she ends up meeting Wendell, and she's like, what the heck? What are you? And he's like, I'm a ghost. And she's like, there's no such thing as a ghost. And he's like, well, I am a ghost. And he like tells her some key information about himself. And so she Googles it, and we find out how Wendell became a ghost, which is so sad. And then like later he's telling her that like where he's from, the ghost town he's from specifically, the ghosts in his town don't remember who they used to be, because the people, people don't remember them. People don't think about them. People don't remember them. So they don't remember themselves, which is like, it's all so sad, dude. Like, this is so sad. But I'm almost done with it. I'm on page 206. Oh, there's another story. 206 of 238. So we have about 34 pages left to go. Or 32, sorry, pages left to go in this story. So I'm going to finish this today. And then I have decided that once I'm done with that, I will be transitioning to Monster. I'm going to restart it because like I said, I had started it before, but I don't remember anything that I read. So I'm going to restart this one, and then I'm going to read Monster for sure. And then we'll see what I'm feeling like after I finish those two, on which of the other three I end up reading. Yeah, it was fun. I really am enjoying like the experience of just, it's a lot easier on the brain. It's a lot easier on time and all of that, to be able to read something like this instead of like a full novel. And it just feels like that, like a break without like taking a break, you know, which I appreciate, because I needed something a little less. I just needed a little bit less. And this is the perfect like way to do that. And I think additionally, obviously after this vlog, I'll be doing my short story novella vlog. And I'm super excited for that because again, it's a bunch of short books. So I think that'll be another like moment of just like, whew, I can relax a little. Because I think, like I said, the books from last week really just, honestly, the books from the Mother Day vlog and the books from last week, like heavy topics, just like super, just a lot. So having these kinds of like shorter stories and mangas just to like break that up, I'm very excited for. So anyway, that's my update. Outside of that, I have some like equipment updates. So I use a Insta360 Go Ultra as my vlogging camera. It's literally the only camera I use for all of my videos. Like I don't use anything else. I also use it to make the thumbnails for my videos. So I just take the screenshots from the video. It shoots in 4K, so the images come out really good. It does mean that if I use this a lot, which I do, the battery runs out fairly quickly. Not because it's a quick running battery, but because I'm using it quite a bit. So I bought this little tripod charger thing, and it comes with the like charging cords as a strap. So like you can use it as like a hand strap, but you can like, I can put my camera on here and charge it at the same time and use it as like a tripod, which I decided to do something like this too. One, because it gives me something to charge my camera with if I ever need to. It gives me something to like add some extra like elevation to my camera if I need it. But it also allows me to make that video that I wanted to make forever ago of a read with me ambiance type of video, which I cannot do with just the camera because the camera battery will only last for an hour running full time. It would die after an hour. I think the like typical run time is like an hour and like 20 minutes. So I wanted to be able to keep it charged when I see that it's starting to die. I can keep it charged while it's running so it's not dying in the middle of me recording something. So I got this little guy, and then Insta360 makes their own microphone now. So I have a new microphone, and I got the little set that it came with. It comes with like a cute little charger thing for the mic puck to sit in. And then it also came with like a little wind mic thing, which I thought was pretty cool. And it also came with a magnet back that you can use. So just like the regular mics do, but it also has like a clip magnet that I thought was really cool. So you could clip it onto other things if it's not just clipping onto your shirt. So like a lot of people like to use spoons and lip gloss tubes or whatever to like magnetize their mics to. So you can do that with it too, which I thought was really cool. I used to use this brand Godox. I liked it. I like the mics a lot, but it comes with a dongle, and the dongle gets in the way of being able to sit the camera down flat on a surface because the dongle hangs down lower than the camera's base. So I had to get rid of it. This also connects automatically to my camera, and so that's really nice too, so that when I turn my camera on, my mic's already connected and I don't have to do anything. So yeah, anyway, that's my update for now. I'm gonna go, I gotta work, I got meetings, and I'll catch up with y'all later. update time on Sheets. I finished Sheets. This was such a fun, cute little story. I loved the way that it ended. I loved the fact that the father came out of his depression towards the end. The girl got some of answers that she really needed from an adult, even though the adult was a ghost, on what happened with her mom and how that plays out in life and death. And then I also realized that the author of this went to my sister's college, which I thought was really cool. I didn't realize that she was an alumni from my sister's art school that she went to. And I saw that when I finished the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So there is a second volume in the series called Delicates. So I am going to be getting that at some point because this was really fun and cute. And I loved the art style. I think it was so beautiful. I think it was so well done. I will say that the story has some jumps and skips in it that I was kind of like, what's happening? And it does have some I don't know, almost unbelievable situations going on. This girl's 13 and she's running a laundromat by herself. So that's kind of weird, but otherwise it was such a cute little story. So I'm glad that I read this one. I will definitely, like I said, get the second one. And now I am moving on to Monsters, or Monster. It's just Monster. Volume 1 of Monster. And I'm very excited for this. I have started it already, and I'm pretty much where I left off the first time I started it. So I'm interested to see what's gonna come of it, or how it's gonna play out, what the full story is. But so far it's interesting. It's about a doctor. He's super young, and his ability to help people. I'm pretty sure that I read further than what I've read right now, and I think there was something about an accident and something like that, but maybe I'm conflating that with something else. So I'll update you once I know a little bit more about it. This is a traditional manga, truly, where you read it from left to right. And I didn't realize that in the beginning, that you actually start on this side of every page and read across. And so I was reading from right to left because that's how I'm used to reading. And I was like, why does this seem out of order and not really making sense? Because I'm dumb, obviously. So anyway, I'm going to read Monsters, and I'll come back when I have some updates on the story. All right, hello everybody. So, update on my reading thus far of Monster Volume 1. I am almost 40% of the way in. I stopped on page 162, and ultimately this story, we are following a neurosurgeon named Dr. Tenma, something to that effect. And he is from Japan, and he went to Germany to do schooling to become a doctor and was planning to go back to Japan, but ended up staying and getting hired on at this super renowned German hospital. So he's a neurosurgeon at this hospital, and he's amazingly amazing. He's super young apparently, but he's very good, and they show you him doing surgeries on certain things, or him recognizing certain things, and people, the other doctors there being like, oh my gosh, I didn't even see that, or how is he going to do that? Oh my god, I can't believe he did that. That's so crazy that he was able to save this person's life. He's doing renowned work, things that other people can't do, or are if I had done that, this person would have died. So he's very good. He is stuck in a political situation with the director of the hospital, and he's dating and engaged to the director's daughter. And the director's using him quite plainly and clearly. He's using him for his research papers and making him write special papers for him, and using him to further his own career, and him dating and being engaged to this man's daughter. He feels he has to do whatever he's asking for and that sort of thing. So he's really stuck in this relationship, and both platonic and romantic relationships. But then we see in the very beginning, there's a opera singer who's a world-renowned opera singer who ends up coming in with some kind of aneurysm issue, and they pull Dr. Tenmu to go work on this man. He goes, works on him, he survives. But then there was another person that had came in that he had actually been called in for, who was a mill worker or something like that. I can't fully remember. He's a Turkish worker is what they keep saying. And they pulled him off of that surgery and put him on this opera singer surgery. and the Turkish worker ends up dying, and his wife is like, why didn't you save him? Where's my husband? You should have saved my husband. He was here first. Why didn't you save him? And he talks to the director about this, and he talks to his fiance about this, and they're both kind of like, yeah, well, some lives are more valuable than others. So, you know, it is what it is, which is disgusting. And he agrees. So then this incident kind of happens again where there is a mayor, I think, something to that effect, that ends up being rushed in, and Dr. Tenmu's there because there was a child that was rushed in with a like bullet in the brain that's like super close to like nicking an artery that would cause him to bleed out and die. And so he's like, okay, I'm here. I'm going to work on this kid. Let's get him going. Let's do all this stuff. They get prepped and everything. And as he's getting prepped, one of the chief somebodies comes into the surgery room and is like, you have to come and work on this other person instead. And he's like, but I'm already gloved up and about to start surgery on this kid. And they're like, that's too bad. The director said you have to go work on this other person. And so he goes to leave, and they're like, oh my gosh, we can't save this kid without him. He's like playing back all these other people's like commentaries and stuff like that from like what they've told him. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to follow the director's orders. I'm here to save people's lives. This kid needs me. They can do that surgery on that other man. Someone else can handle him. I need to take care of this kid. That's what I was called in for, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So he's like, skirk, and goes back to helping this kid. He saves the kid's life. The other person ends up dying, and it becomes like this whole political outrage thing. But the kid that he ends up saving has there's a side story with them. So there's a brother and sister who are twins, and their two parents who all migrated from the Berlin side of Germany into this side of Germany. And at the time of the story, the Berlin Wall is still a thing. And so these people are seeking asylum, essentially, on the west coast of Germany, I believe is what it was. I can't fully remember, so don't hold me to that. Geography is not my strong suit. But anyway, so this family defects to this side of Germany, and something ends up happening. The mom and dad are dead. The son is shot, and the daughter is like alive. The cops come, they pull them all together. But the daughter is weird, and she keeps like making comments about kill. She doesn't say anything else, she just says kill. Dr. Tenmu, because he saves this boy's life, is like, keep the kids separated. Don't let them see each other, keep them separated. Well, when this political person ends up dying, the director is like, he fucked up, so I'm just gonna like demote him, and he can only work on that kid now. But then the kid becomes like a big topic in the news. So he's like, okay, well, we're gonna use them, and we're gonna put these two kids together to take a photo op of them like enjoying the luxuries of our hospital. And they're like, yeah, but Dr. Tenmu said that they're not ready to like meet each other yet. And he's like, well, Dr. Tenmu's not the doctor of them anymore. We're gonna change the doctor. And it ends up becoming this big thing. The kids disappear, people start dying, and the story just takes off from there. So that's like the gist of what this is about. I ultimately, from the synopsis, I can tell that something's coming of these kids, and that he's gonna have to like find these kids or search for these kids in some way. But it's very interesting. There is also a detective that's in this story who seems to be very important, who has like some kind of like photographic type of memory where he pretends to like type to add things into his brain so he can recall information very easily and very quickly. And so that's something that he like does a lot in the movie or in the book. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it a lot. There are some like graphic scenes of like the family being dead and like them showing people in surgery. So there are some like graphic images, but it's not like Junji Ito graphic in my opinion. It's not like that crazy. It's very like mild in my opinion, but the story is interesting. I'm very gripped, so excited to finish this. Unfortunately, I think that we're only going to get to this book, and that's going to be the end of this video because I do need to move on to my other vlogs. So we're just going to be focusing on 2 mangas for this video, which is okay. I'm excited to finish this one tonight so that I can get this video wrapped up and edited for y'all, but I am enjoying this so far. So yeah, that's my update. Otherwise, I don't think I have much of an update other than that as of right now, personally. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm wrapping up my lunch break now. I'm gonna read some more, eat my lunch, and then get back to work. And yeah, I think that's it for the evening. So I'll come back when I finish this. I will be finishing this tonight. I'm hoping to finish this like rather soon in the evening. I have like some major work stuff that I need to get done, and once that's finished, I can clock out and just spend the rest of my evening reading my manga. So that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the night. So I'll see y'all in a little while. We have officially finished Monster Volume 1. Interesting story. I don't know how many volumes there are in this series. So there's nine volumes to Monster. I don't know if I'm gonna read 9 volumes of this. I finished this one. I am gonna be giving this a 3.5. It was fine and well and good, but it was just kind of like, it felt like some of it dragged. It felt like some of the story was just like this is a long manga, in my opinion. I don't know if that's typical or if that's just this manga or like a certain subsect of manga, but I think this was too long for the story that it's trying to portray. And like, I only say that because I feel like there's a lot of like redundancies in some spots and it just felt kind of draggy in a way. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 3.5. The overall story, obviously we don't have a conclusion. There's 9 volumes, so I don't have a conclusion to how this is gonna play out or what the issue was or what's actually going on. Like, I feel like this barely gave me any insight as to what's actually happening with these characters. I feel like this volume focused a lot on the doctor and it didn't focus very much on the girl or her brother. There was like a small section that focused on her and a small section that focused on him, but most of the story was like following the doctor and a special detective person from the BKA. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna read any more of this series. I think I'm a one and done kind of girl. I don't think I need to read 9 volumes to figure out what happens here, because it just didn't really like it was interesting to read, but it like wasn't interesting enough that I want to read 9 volumes of this. So I am glad that I read it though, because I've had it for a very, very long time. But with that, we're gonna be ending the manga vlog here because we have a short story vlog that we gotta start. So if you enjoyed this vlog, please give me a thumbs up, like this video. Don't give me a thumbs up, that's so dumb. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, because if you watched this whole video and you didn't subscribe, it's giving weird vibes, my guy. Giving real weird vibes. So you should probably just do that so that it's not awkward the next time I see you. And thank you all so much for being here. If there's any mangas that you think I should read, or if you know any like horror specific mangas that you think I would enjoy outside of like Junji Ito, because I read a lot of Junji Ito, but if there's any others that y'all think that would that are horror specifically too, because I want to read a lot of like horror in different varieties. I have read some horror graphic novels, but if y'all have any like actual mangas or any other graphic novels, anything that are horror that you recommend, that you've liked, or that you are interested in, and maybe I can read them for you, let me know. I'm happy to look into it. Otherwise, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.